Good late afternoon, early evening, whatever. Hello, I'm the Sliced Chicken, and I'm playing Star Trek Online because I like this game. And I like streaming it. And nobody's told me otherwise. So I'm gonna do it anyway. We're gonna be continuing Victory is Life. Probably my favorite expansion so far, if only it's one of the shortest, which kinda sucks. At least for now, it's one of the shortest. They kind of launched with very little, like, stuff to, like missions to do. But for the most part, with the exception of the last mission for console, you can... No, we're not done. I'm not done talking. With the exception... Okay, so here's how I'm gonna say this. The last mission you can do... Hang on, let's pull it up. No. Quark's Lucky 7. I'm actually very happy we're doing this one. This one... I don't have a very... I'm not fond of this mission. I don't like it. I got very angry at it. I eventually gave it a second chance, if only to just complete it. So, I don't know if I'm talking in that one or not, but I'm just gonna add that one to this playlist, to the console playlist, because I outright refuse to play this mission again. I will not do it. I will never do it again. I think it is the worst mission in all of Star Trek Online I've played, and I just rage quit from it. I will not do it again. Certain things happen. You'll see those same things happen in the PC version. There's no deviation in what stories are what from the console to PC version. It's the same missions you play, just with different mechanics, because one's PC, one is console. That is it. All the same. You get my point, I hope. So, yeah. So, we're gonna do Quark's Lucky 7. This is... The Sword of Kahless is in this, as well as a baseball bat, and, like, some other weird things. But, yes, we're revisiting the Iconians. But we'll get to that, don't worry. But now let's start. Enough of me rambling on why I don't want to do Episode 6.
My apologies for the quality of the transmission. I'm contacting you on an encrypted frequency. I'm working on an important covert mission, and I could use your assistance. I can't go into the details over comms, but you should know, if we pull this off, it could change the course of the Hurt conflict in our favor. Meet with me on Deep Space Nine to go over the details. Come along. I've been asked to keep the details of the mission on a need-to-know basis, and right now, only you and I need to know. Good luck.
Where's... You see, what I'm a little weirded out by, and I'm surprised they haven't done it, is... Why haven't they added... Because this is the Gamma Quadrant, the Omarian Nebula. I mean, it's a pretty fixed, like, place. The Omarian Nebula. Hello, viewer. How are you? I hope you enjoy, after all. But yeah, getting back to, like, certain things that aren't here. The Omarian Nebula. The famous Dominion prison facility that Martok was in, the one that Worf and Garrick were in, the one that Bashir somehow got in. So there's that. So, yeah. Let's just do the map. Today I will be doing Defiance, and rather begrudgingly, Assassin's Creed 2. I don't know. I feel with Assassin's Creed 2 and Assassin's Creed really in general, I just... It's not fun to play those anymore. Okay, like, for a while I was really into them, but as I've played them over and over again, it's all open world. I mean, there are linear aspects, there are linear moments, but with how Assassin's Creed is done open world, I don't think I can play it very much anymore. I mean, I still can. Dropped, but you know, I still can. I can still play them, but I don't think I can do it weekly. Simply because, let's for one go to the Alpha Quadrant. Simply because I get bored with the open world universes in Assassin's Creed now. Like, you know, I have some Syndicate stuff on the channel / Twitch. You know, Assassin's Creed 2. In a previous experiment, I was doing Assassin's Creed Unity stuff, and while, you know, I progressed, it ended up becoming a rather, like, more like work than fun. Like this, I enjoy this. But, you know, let's, for one, begin. See what my notifications are. Probably likes more than anything. Which are, you know, good. I got a retweet. A Japanese YouTuber. And then Twitch retweets. Which is all good. Retweets are great.
No, absolutely not. This
So
is
that's
your
2
worst
retweets.
idea yet.
Do I need to remind you of the unwritten
And
rule
a
of
like.
acquisition, brother?
So.
Rule 0. What the Nagus wants, we acquire. Why me? Get an eliminator to do it. Get 50. You can afford it.
You have connections with the Klingons. That and you're Rom's second most trusted Ferengi.
What? Who's first? Nog? Pell?
No. Moogie.
Moogie is just the
Fine.
Ferengi word for
Send her
mother.
then.
But brother, you did such a great job of rescuing her before.
I also told your son to shoot me if I ever thought of doing something like that again.
That's right, you did. Well, don't worry, he won't.
That's not what I'm worried about.
We need this, brother. We can't hold off the hurt forever.
Alliance forces are spread too thin to help, Quark.
We need the Klingons, brother. Otherwise, we're doomed.
Insanity! You don't even know where the Iconian fleet is, Rom.
I don't. But Starfleet intelligence monitors all major threats, including the Iconians.
Starfleet isn't in the habit of sharing classified data.
If we can get access to a security console, we can extract the data. We'll need to keep the security officer on duty occupied.
Leave that to me, husband.
All right, leader. The security officer on duty is a creature of habit. Comes in on a break every day without fail. Your job is to keep her occupied so Rom can get what we need from the security console. Do what you need to do. Smile, laugh at her jokes, whatever it takes. Put those feminine wiles of yours to good use.
She was a Dabo girl, after all.
Really, Quark? I'm not here to seduce your customers. You and I both know there's more than one way to work a mark.
Whatever you say, just don't mess it up. She'll be here any minute now.
You worry too much, Quark. I got this. Woo! It's your lucky day, officer. You're the 10 millionth customer here at Quark's. Congratulations! You've just...
Oh, thanks.
I'm
I'll
sorry.
Take an extracto Gino. I'm on duty. I can't stay too long, but I suppose I have enough time for a spin at the table.
Lead the way. Double! There's the hollow me, if you will. Sir. Oh. I thought we just went to the table.
Quark, will you turn that hollow me off, please? It's creeping me out.
This is why I like the Hollow Leader. She doesn't complain as much as the original. There. Happy?
The free drink will get her to relax. And then some Dabo to keep her busy. One loss to remove suspicion.
Dabo! I mean, what can be better than a beautiful woman screaming, well, not screaming, but yelling, Dabo! I'm not putting enough enthusiasm into it. That's because I'm not actually playing the game.
Oh, looks like my luck's run out. Oh
Who the
well.
hell
Thanks
is
for the
this?
drink and the spin.
He's
Better
a
get back
Twitch
to my
streamer,
station.
that's for sure. Okay. Well.
Whoa, don't be so hasty, friend. The law of averages is on your side here. Have another spin on the house. What have you got to lose?
Yeah. My job, my dignity, my life, the missus. I'm just making a joke here. But that can probably happen if you gamble too much.
Okay, you've convinced me. One more spin. Why not?
And then a victory to reel her in.
Okay. Calling the winners.
Double!
Nicely
The
done.
Reman of the Romulan
Well,
Republic
those winnings
there.
are coming out of
Oh,
your
that's the
cut.
Klingon restaurant dude.
Good. The guard's distracted. Time to go to work. Overriding this door panel should be child's play.
Yeah, you did it before. I think in an early episode of DS9 when you needed to get into a
most secret
storeroom. I think. I don't remember.
Chief O'Brien needed me to fix it once.
Yeah, you know, Ferengi are always good with their hands. Rotate column 1 down. Use DS9 engineering
Once I'm in, I can
expertise.
install a back door. Then we can access the system from the console at Quark's.
Ah, current task. I don't. You know, it's probably not that well. So let's change 2 and 5. 1424.
She's heading back, Rom. Get out of there.
Okay. Because the computer says I have 3 viewers, and in actuality it seems I have like 3 or 2. I don't know. It's odd. Oh, I got a retweet from the dude
Relax,
I'm
everyone.
calling the
It's done.
serpent.
I'm on my way back.
Try not to look conspicuous.
Yeah,
You're
that's
guilty.
what. That's awful difficult when I have a giant mining laser on my back. LOL. But hey, nothing to see here. Not a giant mining laser on my
Can't
back.
believe you pulled that off. Being the Nagus hasn't made you go soft between the lobes. Let's figure this out before security gets wise. Use the console behind the bar and find out what you can about the Iconians. Oh, and while you're at it, look for any other useful information in there, too. Some of it could be valuable, you know.
Relax, brother. I'll have these files cracked in no time. Starfleet encryption is good, but it's nothing compared to what we use in the Commerce Authority.
Well,
That's
considering
actually difficult.
you're more of a financial institution than a government. Hello, third viewer on Twitch on my Xbox. Hello, I hope Morn, you're in a different chair. I love Morn. Second best character in all of Star Trek, in my humble opinion.
Intelligence Officer's Log, Stardate 87961.3. Intermittent Borg activity in the quadrant. We've been able to track a Unimatrix vessel, and our countermeasures are keeping its fleet at bay. The recent escalation of the Hurt conflict is straining the number of resources available for Borg surveillance. Intelligence Officer's Log, Stardate 87983.1.
I just realized I have toast. Well, you know, toast isn't gonna burn itself in a toaster because it's all timed. There's other stuff. So after all of this is done, I'm going to deal with that. Jesus, they're everywhere.
A large Makiri fleet has been spotted in transit to the Gamma Quadrant. Analysis of their course suggests they're heading toward the renegade Iconian fleet. Interesting. If the two of them manage to eliminate each other, well, that'll be 2 less headaches to keep me up at night. Intelligence Officer's Log, Stardate 89001.7. Major Herc activity throughout the 4 quadrants. As expected, Alliance forces are spread thin in attempts to protect critical sites in their own territory, as well as within the Dominion. The Klingons continue to stay out of it, with the exception of a token force of volunteers. Efforts to enlist the full aid of the Empire to date have faltered. Intelligence Officer's Log, Stardate 88039.
So much.
Teket's fleet is currently in the Phoenix sector, moving through deep space. She's keeping a low profile for the most part, avoiding conflict with both the Dominion and the Herc. Anything foolish enough to get in her sights doesn't live long enough to regret it, however. The wreckage of a Gamma pirate flotilla will testify to that. Intelligence Officer's Log, Stardate 87997.9. I can't help but be impressed by the Nakul. Their star is all but dead, their world's an ice ball, and they refuse to leave. They defend that ice ball against all comers, even the Herc. Every Nakul big enough to carry a phaser fought, and they actually won. And I thought Tellarites were stubborn.
And you got to admire their tenacity.
Intelligence Officer's Log, Stardate 88006.2. There have been some recent Terran incursions from the Badlands, but nothing overly organized. As of now, there hasn't been any sight of Admiral Lita since her
One
attack
can
on
only
DS9.
hope.
Perhaps she has finally given up. One can only hope.
I love the guy who plays Franklin Drake, because chances are that is who is talking right now.
Intelligence Officer's Log, Stardate 89101.1. Tholian web technology has worked well against the Herc so far. They ensnared 70% of a Herc fleet shortly after it dropped out of warp. The rest of the fight was brief and one-sided. At least Tholian xenophobia is consistent. Our attempts to negotiate for web technology have been completely ignored.
The Tholians are a primarily crystalline species. I don't know. You can. It looks like if you ever see like a picture of one or like see them in scenes, it's like a crystalline insectoid race in a sense. That's just they look insectoid. They're really not, but they look it. It's really weird. But hey, that's the Tholians for you.
Intelligence Officer's Log, Stardate 89001.7. Getting a lot of
The 74th rule of acquisition is knowledge equals profit.
whispers of corruption in the highest ranks and talks of a coup are in the air on Zencath. The Ontarch's days might be numbered after his crusade failed, though the arrival of the Herc has kept him on the throne. For now.
Okay, well, we're gonna pause. I'm gonna make my sandwich, and I'll be back. Alright. I'm back. Yeah, okay, I got a new follow. And, with a sandwich in tow. God. There we go.
All right, Rom, a deal is a deal. You found the Iconian, so I guess it's my turn now. Time to put the team together?
Now, this was a DS9
And
episode
that's the job.
where they had all of these
Where's
guys
Taylor?
had to come together.
Really? He shot the hostage last time. He's not invited.
Brunt, your database skills should help us locate the package.
Always
But,
happy to help, Grandmakers.
They,
Retreat.
Cork and Rom's
Still a
mother,
master of Rule 33. Aren't you, Brunt?
It never
Cork and
hurts to
Rom's
step up
brother
to the
was
boss.
kidnapped by the Dominion and they had to trade for
I
him.
presume you'll need my ship again, yes?
Watch the
Not
episode.
this time. We'll
You'll
need a
find
ship
it
that
very
can fight,
funny.
just in case.
And we'll have it, thanks to our friend here.
Good. Everyone's here. Also, full consortium.
Unbelievable!
The table's rigged, I'm sure.
Of course it is. One Ferengi.
The device I acquired from my cousin Gayla is working like a charm. Keep an eye on it, though. I'd rather not attract the attention of the Iconians, or the Fakiri, for that matter. Looks like they're busy trying to blow each other to bits out there. Let's use that to our advantage. You see those Iconian sentry probes? They use those to detect cloaked ships. So, you'll want to disable them before we move much closer. This cloak is good, but it's not that good. Getting in's the easy part.
Romulan cloaking device, anyone? Those are known to be very good. Huh. That fleet support option is actually very, very helpful. As you can see, a battle is raging in space.
That should be enough to get to the flagship undetected.
Well, we can all stop holding our breath now. It worked. If you'll be so kind as to fly us behind that massive Iconian ship, we'll be on our way.
I'm looking forward to this.
Okay.
Almost there. Take it nice and easy, and you made it. I can't believe I'm actually going to sneak onto an Iconian flagship
Okay.
I've never been this close before. Impressive.
Yeah, it is kind of impressive.
This is insane.
Gonna take another bite.
Nog, you're our engineer. Buy it 400 and sell it 5.
It'll be up to you to disable the security systems, son.
Right. I'm familiar with their tech from the war. I won't let you down, Father. Evade.
We're up
Gotta
first,
love
Nog.
Tongo.
We need to lower the local security so Brunt and Leck can do their jobs.
No problem. I memorized the schematics for this vessel on the way here. There are engineering consoles we can use for that nearby. Follow me. Heralds! Don't worry, I can handle them.
Head left here, Nog.
I've studied Iconian systems. I can unlock these doors. If I send in the appropriate signals
We'll
to the
have to
door,
disable
it should
security
be
and
able to toggle
engineering,
it.
though.
Okay.
Got it. And we're done here.
Thank God for that. It'd be nice to have like one of these guys as a away team member or something. Now, you can get Iconian armor and you can get Iconian weapons, but with like a lot of the cool, with a lot of the cool stuff in this game, you need to like grind for it. You need to grind for marks, which you need to do for reputation, anyway. That's the unfortunate thing, really, because there's some cool space equipment. Fire. There goes that guy.
Hold on, Uncle. Something's coming.
That looks like more than we can handle. Let Lek take care of it. He'll probably enjoy it.
We can lock the door behind once it's gone.
Great idea. Do that. Quickly.
Lek is a bounty hunter, I believe. He's very fond of
Head
knives.
right.
Why am I stuck in the thing? Oh, for fuck's sake. 0. 0. 0.
Got it. And we're done here.
Good. Oh, I only have these guys to contend with. No, Nog.
We've made it. This is main engineering.
One hell of a main engineering. Oh, wait, was this... Oh, no, we're not at the, I guess,
Security's
personal
offline.
museum
We're good to go.
part.
Can we drop their rear shield for a moment?
From the other console? Why?
You'll see.
What's that, Uncle?
Call it an insurance policy. Lek, how do you feel about Iconian heralds?
Very dangerous. I look forward to shooting some. Sell at 250? Buy at 100.
You'll get your chance, clearing the path for Quark and Nog.
The riskier the road, the greater the profit.
Oh god, I don't remember the number of that rule of acquisition. But it is very true. Sometimes the riskier the road, the greater the profit.
Brunt, FCA. I'm on my way.
Hunt is
So.
Ooh, they fight back. Good, good.
Personal shield losing power.
Magnificent. Truly magnificent.
Gotta love the fire.
It's looking this way between patrol points.
First,
I should be able to
I have to
sneak
take
up
a picture.
walls.
Because it wouldn't be one of my streams without, taking a screenshot, after all. Jesus, this weapon is powerful.
Personal shield losing power.
You know, you can get Lex knives, actually, as like a weapon. Okay? But here's the thing. They're not as good after, like, you get them as a reward, which sucks. But hey, I guess that's the nature of what the devs did, so...
I bet I could make that console explode remotely.
Bye-bye!
Ah, not the explosion I was looking for. But it'll do.
I found the package. The Iconian keeps it on display in what looks like a trophy room. And here I thought they were above such basic behavior. I've analyzed their patrol patterns, Lek. You'll need a clear path for Quark and Nog. I trust you'll keep the guards in that area occupied for a suitable period of time.
Testing my skills against Iconians? This is worth more than latinum to me. Don't get your lopes bunched, Brunt. I'll clear the path for the others by any means necessary.
Lek is enjoying this a little too much. But let's get running.
More enemies to the left, and another console. What? Still no explosion? Ugh, ridiculous.
Don't worry, Lek, you'll get your explosion.
If I make some noise, the big one will come to investigate.
And a party thing. That's funny.
This isn't work. This is fun.
You know, the Federation should just give him a shuttlecraft or something. Whatever he wants, and say, here, go fight the Iconians. You'll get some money for each one you kill or each mission you complete or something.
If I overload those conduits, I'm sure it'll make a big explosion. Doesn't anything blow up around here? Lecter Quark, the path is clear.
I'm detecting some nearby patrols.
I want to see if I can cause a distraction. Hold on.
If you're wondering why Brunt and Wei Yun sound very similar, It's because the actor who plays them is the same person. Dude, I can use Lex weapon. This thing is awesome.
If I blow up that console, it'll cause a nice distraction.
I'm also just gonna eat my sandwich. I'll try to keep the mic as far away from it as possible. But I am sorry for those who have watched, are watching, or will watch if you hear me biting down and such.
Brother, you'll crack the safe. Once Brunt finds it, that is.
Nice of you to give me the easy job, Rom.
By that point, Lek will have eliminated their guards.
We're talking about Iconians here, Rom.
I'll be with you, Uncle. You'll be fine.
Oh, I feel so much better now. Time for me to earn my share. Watch and learn.
Don't worry, Uncle. I've got your back.
You know, I wish I had the weapon they all used when they had to rescue Moogie. Dizziness, dizziness. We all like dizziness. Long way. I got literally
shoot me if I got pulled into
turned
another one of
around.
these.
I thought you meant rescue operations. I can shoot you later if you'd like.
No, it just wouldn't be the same.
No, it wouldn't. So I have to go that way then. Well, rather awesome door. I wish I had one of those in my home. Could you imagine the mechanics of like actually trying to make that?
Ha! I'm impressed.
All the moving parts. Ugh.
That's one word for it. He left some guarding in the trophy room.
It's okay, Uncle. We can handle them.
It's only two. Now, chances
All right,
are...
now, let's find the package. It has to be in one of the display cases around the room.
I don't know. Some of these I'll take pictures of, some I won't.
Interesting. I read about these at the Academy. Something called NASA sent them out on crewed space probes centuries ago to initiate first contact with alien life. I believe this contains audio files, animal sounds, music, language samples. My Earth history instructor would love to get her hands on this. We should, acquire it if we have the time.
Okay.
You know, I always told the top brass at the Corps of Engineers that making the party poppers look like weapons was a bad idea. Any officer who uses one of those instead of a real weapon is in for a bad day. I suspect that's how Taket got her hand on one of these balloons. Shame.
Okay, that's actually kind of funny. What? Oh, okay. Yeah, this is that baseball bat. Definitely taking a pic of that.
Uncle, that looks like Captain Sisko's baseball. You don't think it's his, do you?
Wait a
I
minute.
thought Jake took it with him.
How the hell did that happen?
Do you remember when Sisko made us play baseball against the Vulcans? Mom wouldn't stop talking about it for weeks. Put a bunch of money into that new Interstellar League, too. Still can't believe he bought a professional team. The Ferenginar Liquidators. They're terrible. Got beat by the Cation Claws by a score of 18-4, and they were cheating!
See, I wonder... I would love backstory, or like a Star Trek game, a spin-off of STO, or it's like a baseball game that shows the whole story of how that Interstellar Baseball League like happened, because on Earth it's not very popular anymore in this century, but in this it is. After that, again, it's a DS9 episode, just go watch it. But, good measure, I'm gonna take 2 pictures, if I took one, because, what is this?
That's a bottle of prune juice. I
Okay.
recognize that color anywhere. Worf constantly demanded I have a bottle on hand at the bar. A warrior's drink, he called it. More like a torture drink. I tried some once.
That's
Let's
funny.
just say that it was not
That's very funny.
a pleasant digestive experience.
Now, prune juice in Star Trek, it's Worf's favorite drink. You first encounter it in yesterday's Enterprise, and he drinks it because Guinan basically says, "Shut up and drink it." And then he's like, "This is amazing." You know, that's his reaction, and he says, "A warrior's drink." I wonder if the Klingons would start growing it on Kronos or some planet somewhere in the Klingon Empire. It'd be fascinating. Just imagine how popular a fruit drink from Earth would get, and like they drink it before they go into battle, kind of a thing. What is this?
Seeing these reminds me of the Dominion War. A lot of those were sent back home to loved ones.
Oh, these
Starfleet,
like
Klingons, the
dog
Romulans.
tags or something?
They all have their different rituals. Even the enemy cared for their dead.
And they say you don't have a heart, Uncle.
It's too bad we don't have enough time to steal these and sell them back to the people who want them. 34th rule of acquisition, Nog. War is good for business.
That's true, but, you know, the issue with war... No, wait, we're not done. We have to see everything. The issue with war, really, is... if you let it go on too long, it isn't good for business, because then it starts affecting... Oh, thanks, Stick!
I've seen these statues on new Romulans.
I should tell
They
you,
were
we're
made by
planning
the
a
Day
heist...
Ones,
Well,
a
the heist
servitor
itself
race
is
of the
planned,
Iconians.
but...
Not sure
the
why
heist
Taket would
is
keep these
planned
on display.
over a game of
Maybe
Tango,
it's of
which
a
is a
sentimental
card
value
game.
to her, even if that's possible.
Because how better to plan a heist in a card over a card game? Oh wait, is this a lockbox?
Looks like a secure treasure box. I wonder what's inside. It could be practically anything. Leave it to an Iconian to lock up a box of valuables and hoard it away.
In something else that
At opening locks as you are.
locks stuff
Most people would need the
in.
appropriate key.
So, you know, you have a box essentially in a box, but... Oh, wait a sec.
Amazing! That's a singularity. Taket must have taken it from a Romulan warbird. You could say it was the heart of that ship. Must have been a memorable opponent for her to keep that on display like this.
Most races will, in Star Trek, usually use warp cores as their means of travel, if you will. You know, they have impulse engines, yes, but, you know, the faster than impulse engine speed. The Romulans used, I think at one point they did use warp cores, but eventually they used forced singularity drives. So, you see one in a TNG episode, and you very obviously use them in Star Trek Online when you play a Romulan character, or use any Romulan ship. Okay. Oh wait, is that
part of an Iconian? Why would Taket keep a severed body part? That's insane.
Taket lost her arm when she fought Kahless during the war. She's
Okay.
keeping it as a trophy or maybe a reminder of one of her few failures. I knew she was intense, but this is pretty ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's a lot of latinum. Impressive. I could buy a Starliner with that and have enough left to buy a condo on Ryza. Probably not beachfront, but it'd be nice. It's FCA graded, too. She must have gotten it from a Ferengi. Oh, tough break. Seems only fitting that we acquire it. Fine. Mind on the mission.
Very
Stop
Ferengi.
looking at me like that.
Whereas, you know, in this period of time, humanity has largely... money isn't the driving force in their lives. Okay, you'll commonly hear that, or variations of that, in Star Trek lore, because after the Third World War in Star Trek in general, humanity, well, wasn't much for anything. They were, you know, scattered about. There were very few governments left, as Riker will say in First Contact. There were just people everywhere. Then Zephyr Cochrane discovered, oh wait, warp drive. Started building it. Stopped caring after a while. Eventually built it with the help of the Enterprise crew, or some of them anyway. And he put the thing in a converted nuclear missile. The lady, I can't remember her name, but there's this lady that was a main character in that movie, and she said it took me like 3 months or something to get enough steel for a cockpit. I don't remember how big it was. She says all of that in the movie, so you can go watch that movie. I suggest it. It's moderately terrifying because it is the Borg, and yeah, just go watch it.
Package located. The Sword of Kahless. Now, we need to retrieve it.
Well, the Sword of Kahless is, well, the Sword of Kahless, and he who holds the Sword of Kahless, you know, is essentially the leader of the Empire without being the leader of the Klingon
I need to
Empire.
use the right frequencies, though. Enter the wrong one, and every alarm around will go off. The frequencies change periodically. Once I start this, I need to get them all, or I'll have to start over.
I can just scan the machine for you. Should be easy enough to get the frequencies.
You, of all people, should know that Federation tricorders record whatever they scan. Never leave a data trail.
That's very true. Never leave a data trail.
It'll take someone with the lopes for the job. That's me.
Between 65 and 85. megahertz. This is sure taking its merry old time. For fuck's sake. When will this be done? Oh, for fuck's sake! Frequency... Come on! That was more annoying than it should have been.
Nicely done, Uncle! We did it! We actually did it! We shouldn't stick around, though. Let's head back to the shuttle before the Iconians figure out what we're up to.
Rule 7. Keep your ears open and your eyes on the mark.
Yeah, that's also a very true rule of acquisition. I highly suggest people, like, especially in, like, business degrees, study this. Study the Ferengi rules of acquisition. You'll come into... You'll learn 3 things I've come to realize myself about the Ferengi rules of acquisition.
That's far enough.
Some are useful, some are very sexist, some are just downright funny.
Well done, Quark. You
I leave
actually
it to you
managed
to
pull
figure
it
out how
off.
much of those 3 things is
Suppose I
in the
shouldn't be
Ferengi
too
rules of
surprised.
acquisition.
You've a talent for larceny, after all. Time, however, is a factor. Hand it over now, or I'll shoot you both and take it from your cold, dead finger.
Are you out of your mind? Have you forgotten who Nog and I are related to? No payout is worth what will happen to you if you do this. Wrong. We'll have every Eliminator, Bounty Hunter, and Pirate in the 4 quadrants gunning for you.
How did Lek put it? Oh, yes. The riskier the road, the greater
The
profit.
profit.
Wise words indeed. The payout from this job will provide me with more than enough latinum to remove your idiot brother and take my rightful place as the Grand Nagus.
Grand
I'm
Nagus
willing
is
to
just,
give you a sporting
you know, the
chance,
head of the
young
Ferengi Alliance.
Hand over the package. You might be able to flee before that very angry Iconian arrives.
Have it your way, Brunt. You're dumber than you look. You think the crew of our ride won't be suspicious when you come back without us. They'll probably throw you in the brig on general principle. I know I would.
Ah, but I won't be traveling with them, Quark. I've made other travel arrangements. Time's up. Hand it over, or prepare to meet the blessed Exchequer. Ha!
Which
I'd pay a
I'm
lot to
assuming.
witness that audit. Might even be worth dying for. Just to hear you scream on your way to the vault of eternal destitution.
You could say the Blessed Exchequer is like, oh God, you know, in a Christian religion, you know, there's that guy that is in front of the gates to heaven or something, you know. I don't remember his name, though.
Goodbye, Quark. At last, goodbye!
Nog! Now! Look a little closer. That's a chronoton field. You might make it through, but it's definitely gonna hurt. A lot. Or we can talk like sensible intelligent people. Your call.
Gotta love Quark.
Very well. Speak. Your crimes are numerous. You breached my security, damaged my vessel, killed members of my crew, violated my sanctum, and stolen something very precious to me. Each is punishable by death. Tell me, why should I purge you like the odious vermin you are?
That's where you're wrong. I don't have anything of yours on me. Run a scan if you don't believe me. If anything, I was trying to stop the lunatic that did steal from you. I may be odious vermin, but I'm not stupid. Look, we should be working together to stop our mutual enemy instead of wasting time with this.
See, I would play
argument.
CSGO. I have it going muted on my other computer, but then I realize it's all PvP for the most part. And in all honesty, I could care less.
You're not entirely wrong, but I think you're going to have a much bigger problem to deal with in the very near future. Any moment now.
I wonder what that problem is.
Remember this? A little something we picked up on
That's
Karemma. Keep it on your ship and beam it to our location when we give you the signal.
That's perfect, Quark.
What's that, Uncle? Call it an insurance policy.
Very clever.
You might make it through, but it's definitely gonna hurt. A lot. Or we can talk like sensible intelligent people. Your call.
Explain yourself. Speak what you still can, Ferengi.
They're called Herc. Maybe you've heard of them. Real nasty dispositions. Eat everything they come across, and now they've come across your fleet. You Iconians are tough, but you're not invincible. Against the Valkyrie and the Herc, those are some pretty long odds to catch.
Yeah, they kind of are.
Here's how this is gonna work. You're gonna let us go, and in return, I'll disable the device that's bringing every Herc in the quadrant here to chew on your ship. We'll go our way, you'll go yours. Otherwise, we'll wait and see what happens first. My field drops, or you and your ship become the main course at the Herc Buffet.
I agree to your terms. Go. Get out. Leave my ship and disable your wretched device. Know this. You've made a enemy today for me. I am patient. I will avenge myself. You will pay for your crimes.
Sounds a lot like Odo, doesn't
Right.
she?
Then we have a deal. We'll be on our way then. I'll take care of your Herc problem once I've made it to a safe distance. I'd say it's been a pleasure, but we both know that'd be a lie.
Yeah. Lack.
What are we waiting for? Run! Run!
Lack really likes to fight, as you can see.
We're almost there, but we lost the sword. We went through all of this, and for what?
Quark to Modron. Is the package secured?
Margarine here. You'll be happy to know the package is safe and sound. I beamed it to your ship a few minutes ago. I'm afraid Brunt is a little bruised, but these things happen. I'll keep him nice and sedated until we get back to the Alpha Quadrant. And Quark, be sure to let the Nagus know I held up my end of the bargain, won't you?
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
I'll be sure to let him know, Modron. Quark out. Always have a backup plan. Especially when dealing with snakes like Brunt. Let's go.
This is
And
very
look,
true.
The shuttle's right where we left it. Things are looking up for a change. Let's get out of here before Ket changes her mind. Thanks for sticking with me. Now, let's get back to DS9. This very cranky Iconium is looking for an excuse to kill us. Rather not give us one more. Thankfully, he'll be busy dealing with the Herc. Garrick's little toy works like a charm.
We've got a problem. The cloaking device is acting up. If it goes down, every ship in the system will know we're here. I'll do what I can to keep it running, but we might need to fight our way out of here. The cloak's offline!
Terrific.
Oh, that sucks.
This is what I get for buying it.
Don't worry, I'll be running it again. I just need a couple minutes.
I am full impulsing. Oh dear God. Okay, it doesn't look like they're firing at me, so that's good. I want to avoid
Found another way
that.
back to DS9.
Oh no! Go fight the Iconians. Don't fight. Don't fight me. I have to wait a minute and a half. Go that way. Stay away from me. What? Fuck it.
One more minute. Keep us safe.
Yeah, for another minute. love quantum torpedoes.
I don't know about the rest of you, but I was ready to go the minute we warped into the system. And I'm doubly ready to go now. Not to tell you your business, but make it...
Sure, why not?
Quark and Nog told me you did a great job keeping them all safe. Thank you for bringing them back in one piece. The 6th rule of acquisition says, never allow family to stand in the way of opportunity. But what can I say? Family means a lot to me.
This one can be applied to more than just family, but you also have to be careful what that can do to your personal life, and like friends and such, and colleagues.
Brunt is ambitious, but predictable. We expected him to betray us, and we capitalized on it. Brunt made life difficult for the Nausicans who worked for Madron. That was a painful decision. Ask Dr. Bashir about that if you're interested. Brunt made the mistake of dealing with someone more ambitious than he was. Madron came to me shortly after Brunt made him an offer, and I made Madron a counter-offer he couldn't refuse. I think I just came up with a new rule of acquisition. It's not smart to turn down a deal with the Grand Agus. I'm pretty sure Madron would agree with that.
Yeah, that's very true. I mean, you know, 33rd rule of acquisition right there.
There's something I'm curious about. The Herc stole the Sword of Kalis from the Klingons a long time ago, but no one seems to know why. They didn't eat it, so there must be something about it they value. And we Ferengi are all about value. Perhaps the lab's sensors and equipment can tell us more. Maybe it's made of a rare, precious metal.
Oh dear God.
I'm reading traces of multiple radiation types within the blade. Discounting the type that likely came from the Iconians, there are still clear traces of thermobaric and tetrionic radiation. I believe we could cross-reference Alliance and Dominion star charts and easily determine where these traces of radiation originated from.
That's that one. Boy, the amount of times Bashir's had coffee in this chair. No! You stupid fuck.
Based on the scans, that carapace was around for quite a long time before Kalis made a weapon out of it. The blade material is over 4,000 years old, where the story of Kalis is roughly only 1,600 years old. Now, this is interesting. These readings indicate that the Sword of Kalis is made out of biological material with a germanium base. I'll need to run more tests to be certain, but I believe the weapon was fashioned out of a Herc carapace. This may explain their interest in it.
Huh. Fascinating.
We have a 4,000-year-old weapon made of a Herc carapace. My analysis of the radiation within the blade should allow us to narrow down its point of origin. I've had the computer working on that as we speak. Let's have a look. Cross-referencing all known Alliance and Dominion star charts, and voila! There's one system that contains all of the conditions we've isolated. Havas Kul, at the edge of Dominion space. It's possible we've just discovered the location of the Herc homeworld. We should forward this information to the appropriate parties at once. This could be the breakthrough we've been looking for.
Sounds impressive and valuable. Rule 21, Clark. Never place friendship above profit.
Well, now this is another one. You kind of have to be careful with it, because if you do it too much, in my opinion, it can definitely destroy... Wait, was Brunt... Oh, can I not ask that question anymore? That sucks. Oh well. So...
Unbelievable! Yeah. I knew Brunt was a snake, but Lek? Guess I should have known better. The bigger the smile, the sharper the knife. And Lex got plenty of both.
He's a fool if he thinks he can steal from me. I'll have every eliminator, bounty hunter, and pirate in the 4 quadrants gunning for him. No one steals from the Grand Nagus and lives to profit from it.
Considering how angry my father is, the Klingons will be the least of Lex's problems. I haven't seen him this mad since he caught me. Well, we don't need to get into that. Despite everything that's happened, we'll hold up our end of the bargain.
I'm not sure
I'll
what
be
he
in touch
means
when
by
everything is
that, so I
prepared.
wouldn't be able to
And
elaborate.
remember, this operation never happened.
Oh, yeah. A few days later.
Think they bought it?
Completely. As far as they're concerned, the sword has been stolen. You, might want to lay low for a while, though.
Opportunity plus instinct equals profit.
That is the 9th rule of acquisition.
The Sword of Kalis, as promised.
Once again, the House of Quark delivers. Marshall will be
Grilka! That is Quark's
will I,
ex-wife.
Once the payment.
That was a rather
Pleasure doing business.
interesting episode. Quark is often smarter than he looks, so you know, you never count him out. Now we have to...
I realized this was an unconventional mission, and it didn't go exactly as planned. Still, the data we discovered on the Sword of Kalis should be very helpful to the Alliance. We'll need to keep some of the details of the mission classified, of course. So, whatever you do, don't mention it to Morn, or the whole quadrant will know about it tomorrow.
You gotta love Morn. Okay, so we have, again, shitty rewards for, you
This
know...
report on the recent Ferengi operation is quite unconventional. Historically, we have thought of the Ferengi as little more than misguided profiteers. They have no sense of discipline, no real military aptitude, and no loyalty. Despite that, a team of Ferengi executed a daring plan and showed courage, ingenuity, and a ferocious drive for victory.
Gotta love
I am
Dukan
actually
Rex.
impressed. Many believe that those not of the Dominion are inferior. But if those not of the Dominion can aspire to the qualities that we honor, can we say the same of those within? What does this mean for our ordained roles?
You gotta love his sense of thought. I wonder if, because he wasn't, I guess, educated the Jem'Hadar way, at least to begin with, does he think this way, or, you know, questions for another time, I guess.
Could a Jem'Hadar be more than a soldier? Or a founder less than a god? We may not be ready to consider such notions, but in time, we must grapple with them. Because if the Ferengi can be valorous, then all the qualities that we ascribe to our foes and to our leaders are suspect.
Well, that's that. Hope, you know, those who watched
Research
will
is
watch.
led by my friend Dr. Bashir. I have
Nope,
some...
nope, not doing that mission again. Hope those who watched will watch or have watched. Enjoy. And as always, eat your fruits